Hello, how are you? Welcome to this first video of this new course, in which we are going to paint our character. In this video, we will see some tools that will allow us to have a more stable workflow and that they are going to help us a lot to make a much more credible painting. The first thing we are going to do is that we are going to change the background color here in this document tab, and we are going to keep pressed this button that is called back. Basically, what this option is going to do is that it's going to serve as a dropper. That is to say that it will take the hue of the color in which we are standing. And this will work as long as we do not let go of the mouse button. We have to keep it pressed. Usually when I'm painting characters or when I'm giving color shades, I like to use a gray background, so that as such the eyes have a neutral color. To have no color graded, so to speak, but to have a neutral tone, and can capture much better the colors that we are going to use when painting. Let's change a little the tonality. We can use, as you see, this color panel to change the background color more easily. But I will also recommend using this range. What it does basically is to move the background color as such the degradation. We can make the background color look much darker or much lighter. I will suggest a medium term so you do not get tired of your eyesight. The next thing we are going to do is that we are going to load a color palette. That it's basically a panel that is going to give us the information of all the colors that we are going to use when painting our chart. The palette we are going to use is one like this. Here, basically, I contain all the information of the colors that I am going to use for our character. For example, the skin, leather, and metal, among others. On this palette, we are going to load into ZBrush. Simply, we are going to the option Texture, and we import the image. Once we got it, we just stand on it, and we are going to use this option, Add the Spotlight. Here it opens this panel, we remove it with comma, and voila! We got our spotlight with the colors we are going to use. This technique really has been very useful to me because it allows me to have the tonalities that I need very quickly and without having to try several shades to see if it looks like the color we had before. But with a simple click we will have exactly the shade we are using, and we will be able to use it when we want. What we are going to do in this case is that simply pressing the CK over one of the colors we have, we are going to load that color in our ZBrush color palette. This is a very useful method because, as I told you before, this allows me to have tones very fast and being able to paint with that. Other advantage in this case is that we not only can take one tonality but two tonalities at the same time. If you use UVK, we can change the main color which we are going to use to paint, and using the CK again we are going to take another tonality from our palette. This spotlight wheel we can hide it simply by pressing Shift C so that all our panel disappears, as while the panel is here we will not be able to paint freely. We deactivate CAD and leave only RGB, and now we can start painting without problem. If we want another tonality, we simply press UV to switch the color, the main color, and we paint with another color. This work method is very good in my opinion, as it allows me to have different tonalities and paint at the same time. If we need another tonality, simply with C we activate the spotlight, and with C, remember, we take another color sample. And we can use this process as many times as we need. An important thing that we must keep in mind is that the more polygons our character has, the better will be the quality of the paint. With these two tips that you have seen is more than enough for the moment, and we're going to start using them from the next video.